Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make him bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
Let's talk about 3 opponents that Paddy Pimblett needs to fight. Or better yet, what now? What now? I mean, he's calling out Justin Gaethje. He's calling out Charles Oliveira. He's calling out Dustin Poirier. Well, guess what, guys? If I'm Paddy Pimblett, I'm really seeing things and seeing how is it that I can make the most money and become the biggest star. At number 1, guys, I would love to talk about the champion has his name, and his name is Charles Oliveira. This was the first name that really came out of Paddy Pimblett's mouth. I want Charles Oliveira. There's something that Paddy Pimblett sees in Charles Oliveira that he wants the number 1 contender because he is literally 1 fight away from fighting for the belt. But again, stylistically, how do I see this matchup against him and Charles Oliveira? Charles Oliveira is very, very experienced. Charles Oliveira has great, great striking, but man, Paddy the Baddy is a big lightweight. He looks like a big a welterweight in my opinion. The dude looks so much bigger than Michael Chandler, but stylistically, when I'm looking at this fight between him and Charles Oliveira, man, is Paddy's grappling as good as he thinks it is against the guy that has the most submissions in UFC history? I do believe that. I don't see anything crazy here with the game with and between both of them. I don't see really Charles Oliveira really hurting a big body like Paddy the Baddy. Paddy the Baddy was able to absorb and take a lot of hits, and it did absolutely nothing. So to me, it's all gonna come down to the grappling. If Paddy the Baddy makes a mistake against Charles Oliveira will take that damn neck. I like this fight, but I just feel like there's other fights that he probably needs to entertain before he makes that decision. He goes and he fights and he beats the number 1 contender. He's in a great position to fight. But stylistically or money-wise, does it make sense? And at number 2, guys, I am picking the storyline that has it. I am picking the hottest name right now in mixed martial arts. I'm talking about Ilia Taporia. I tell you what, guys, these guys already had beef. Apparently, Paddy said something about why he understands why the Georgians are bombing Georgia. I mean, this guy took it to heart to the point where there was during fight week that he threw a sanitizer at him. I mean, he did the whole thing. And I tell you what, guys, people thought that this fight was going to happen, but now is the time that more likely they should make this fight happen. Because what happens if Paddy does lose to a guy like Ilia Taporia? He doesn't lose that star power, like it's still there. You lose to a Charles Oliveira that is not a champion. Like it kind of, it starts to like bump you down. But if you lose to a guy like Ilia Taporia, guys, it's almost like it's okay for Paddy. I don't think he'll lose a spot because Ilia is good. But stylistically, how do I see this matchup? I will say something about Ilia Taporia. This guy's bigger than Islam. This guy's bigger than any lightweight that I've seen thus far. Big head, just a big body that could absorb a lot of punches. If he could absorb a lot of Ilia Taporia's defensively and block it while he's using a lot of those takedowns, and obviously this guy could take the back as well, and we saw it against Michael Chandler. If he could take down a Division I All-American, more likely you could get Ilia Taporia down too. Where he is gonna have to watch out with a guy like Ilia is he is short and he is compact and he's a way harder target to eventually hit. But I will say this, man, Ilia Taporia, if he does, his punches are different, but you're also going up against a guy that could take a damn hit. Stylistically, through the storyline and everything that's happened with both of these guys, I could see this fight really doing like big numbers. I really, really can, man. I think the winner, if they do decide to fight, the winner of this fight is more likely going to fight for the belt. If I'm Ilia Taporia, man, I wouldn't sit around and wait for Islam to get done. Islam might just say, no, I'm not gonna fight you, bro. You gotta earn your way. But if there's a fight stylistically for Ilia Taporia, there's 2 options for him at 155 pounds. It's Paddy the Baddy and Charles Oliveira. I feel like because of Arman's grappling and he's very basic. He's gonna be a lot harder. He's gonna be a lot harder than all those guys. But I wouldn't wait too long, man. I wouldn't wait too long because Islam Makhachev, and I just spoke to him yesterday. He's really thinking about going up to 170 pounds. But the fight, if I'm Paddy the Baddy, with the names that he has, everything, like, who do you guys think that he needs to fight? I got a mystery man here. If I'm Paddy the Baddy, this is more likely who I will fight, not just based on popularity, not just based on money, but also stylistically. And guess what, guys? You guys got it right. I'm talking about Conor McGregor. This is the fight to make. He can finally entice this guy to come out. They do it at the O2 Arena. Or they do it at one of the biggest arenas in all of the United Kingdom. And I think they settle it. I think it would be a great passing of the torch from Conor McGregor to Paddy the Baddy. Winner fights for the UFC title. This guy brings the numbers. You imagine the numbers that these guys would bring? Australia, Canada, the UK, the United States, and obviously the rest of the damn world. But stylistically, I see Paddy. Paddy's a big dude, man. Conor McGregor's been out for such a long time that he just doesn't. It's not all there, man. Stylistically, financially, do you imagine the pay-per-views that Paddy would get? Paddy would probably make $10 million in that fight just based on pay-per-views and pay by the UFC. And obviously the storyline. Stylistically, the money and the storyline, the passing of the torch. Forget Oliveira, forget Dustin, forget Gaethje, forget Ilia Taporia. Mate, you scouser. You gotta go after Conor McGregor. I tell you what, you push those right buttons, Conor McGregor will come out. Why? Because you guys are neighbors. And we know that from back in the day from William Wallace. So we understood that when other countries came together, they defeated England. So could this happen? Could Conor McGregor bring Paddy the Baddy and give him some humble pie? That is yet to be known. But if I'm Paddy the Baddy, stylistically, storyline, popularity, money, I'm going after the one and only notorious Conor McGregor. I tell you what, dude, I won't doubt this dude out with any of these fights. I do believe that Paddy the Baddy, he ain't the best striker, he ain't the best kicker, he ain't the best grappler, but he's got a heart and desire. And I truly do believe it, mate. He truly does believe that he could become champion. And you know what? Could he beat the guys like Islam Makhachev? Somebody that's super basic, but can he potentially get one of these fights and actually win? I wouldn't doubt that. But it's up to him. But if I'm picking, I'm going straight Conor McGregor. You know why? Because of this. Because money talks and bullshit walks. But could he entice him? If it's not Conor McGregor, this is the next best thing I am looking here. I am looking for Ilia Taporia, but stylistically, maybe the best matchup for him, it is Charles Oliveira. He can pick his poison. The ball is on his court. Paddy the Baddy, I hope you make the right decision. I am the Triple C. I just think you should go after the bag, and all these fights will be there. Conor McGregor, he wants to become president of Ireland, and he might just do that. But before he does that, make sure to whoop his ass. And this episode is brought to you by the one and only F3 Energy. It's not just energy, it's fuel, it's focus until I am damn finished. You guys make sure to f3energy.com or all the vitamin shops nationwide because F3 is taking over. Triple C is out.